right, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all glory and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that are ruling well. And peace and safety to the Akim that is pushing his word in truth and sincerity. Striving to seal the hopeful elect. Striving to be the hopeful elect. And peace and safety also to the few sisters that listen in too. All right. So I was just listening to the Apostle Elder Gabar's video he did yesterday out on the streets, and the meaning, giving a better, more in-depth perspective of why the Most High commanded us to do it, and it just made me think of a scripture, and I'm just gonna go into it a little bit real quick as I'm driving, because some people will think that it's all about just going. You could just like the apostle was going into about, you got people that you got a lot of people that just think that well, I'll say it like this: the teaching, the video lessons that we do is just an aspect of it all. But the like he was saying, the heart of this truth is going out on the highways and byways and pushing this word. All right, because that's the true interaction between the people and us. All right, it's a lot of things that people will say in the comment section that they wouldn't dare say in our face. Okay, and not to say that when you're doing your lessons that you're not in the spirit, but you have to be in the spirit when you're teaching out on the highways and byways, because you could literally go be driving down to your camp on the train, or riding with a brother, or however you get to your camp in your city, and you could have like, all right, you could be in your mind, all right, I'm gonna go into the chip. I'm gonna go into the chip, and you got all these scriptures lined up in your head that you're gonna go into the chip, but then somebody might come up to you and ask you a question about the famine or food shortages. How are we going to survive that? Or whatever question they may come at, and you have to be able to deal with that question as be, and prove all things through the scriptures. Like the scriptures say, be ready to teach. All right. So I got one scripture I want to read and go into real quick. This is Jeremiah 16, and I'll start at 14. It says, "Therefore, behold, the day cometh, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north." And that's speaking of here. So we know that this scripture, which I'm going to get to the point, is speaking of right now, because this is the land of the north. All right, this is North America. Okay, and this is where the masses of the tribes live at. All right, in this year, in the year 2017, you have this is the melting pot where all of Israel, not all of Israel, but you have a massive amount of the tribes located right here in the land of Babylon. All right, hold on, reading on. "And from all the lands whither he have driven them," and this is the other lands scattered that all the other tribes are scattered around. All right, whether it be South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia, and everywhere in between there. All right, "And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers." All right, verse 16, the point. "Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them." And as he was, going into the whole subject matter of going out onto the streets and teaching, fishing is an outdoor sport. All right, when you fish, fishing is something you have to you have to load up with your supplies, your equipment. All right, you have to put on your proper gear. All right, no different than us. We have to put on, when we go out, we have to put on our garment. with the fringes and the ribbon of blue to represent the law, statutes, and commandments. All right, we go with our sword, which is the rod, which is also known as the rod. All right, and that's the bait. So fishing is an outdoor sport. All right, not in this modern era where, you know, as they call them, the millenniums, or however you say it, where you got people that don't want to leave their house for nothing, man. All right, this isn't some video game where you can just sit from the comfort of your couch and catch virtual reality fish, man. All right, you can't catch fish from the couch in your house unless you live by water, and you can set your couch by the lakeside and go fishing. But nevertheless, the fishing happens outside, which is us going out catching, being fishermen of men, as Yahushua made the different disciples. All right, moving on. And after will I send for them, and after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. So even that, when the Lord transitions us from fishermen into hunters, that's still an outdoor sport. So how the hell do you men that don't want to hit that pavement and teach this word think you're going to partake in the taking down of the wicked, of Babylon the Great? All right, here it is. You've been a couch potato. All right, you've been a prophet in your a dining room table prophet, and now all of a sudden, when now the Lord activates us to being hunters, all right, when we're going to be able to put our hands on those that don't have that spiritual mark, as you read in Ezekiel 9:4, how the hell you think you're going to be able to come outside now? Nah, nigga, stay inside. Now, granted, every man doesn't have the same lot, and there are certain men that the Most High does have set up like that, but that does not give you an excuse. All right, you shouldn't lean on those excuses. Just because the Most High may set up one man doesn't mean he set up you. If the scriptures say to hit the highways and byways, then you got to hit the highways and the byways, man. You should want to. All right. So I'm not gonna make this long. I just wanted to touch on the fact that fishing and hunting are outdoor sports. All right, that you have to leave your house for. Okay. So with that, I pray that this was edifying, and I'm gonna say shalom.